Hey, welcome back. So good to have you here again. Okay, before we start, let me ask you something. How did you sleep last night? Be honest. Was it a good one? Did you wake up feeling fresh, like a new person? Or was it one of those nights where you keep checking your phone, you turn left, you turn right, and the morning comes and you feel like a truck just hit you? Yeah, I think a lot of us know that feeling. Here's the thing. Everyone is looking for the secret to a better life. People wake up at 4 inches the morning. People read books every single day. People follow strict routines. And all of that is great. No problem with that. But there is one thing that helps with all of it, and most people just ignore it. That thing is sleep. I know. You are thinking, sleep? That's it? That's the big secret? Just stay with me, okay? Because by the end of this, you are going to think about sleep in a totally different way. And on the way, we are also going to learn some really nice English, easy English. The kind of English that real people use every day, not the textbook stuff. So sit back, relax, and let's go. You know how when your phone starts acting weird, it gets slow, apps freeze, everything is laggy. What do? You restart it, right? Turn it off, turn it on again, and somehow it just works better. Your brain is kind of like that too. All day long, your brain is busy, thinking, deciding, worrying, talking, planning. By the end of the day, it's full. It needs a break. It needs to clean up a little bit. That is exactly what happens when you sleep. While you are sleeping, your brain is quietly cleaning up. It saves the important stuff and it throws away the stuff you don't need. Have you ever had a problem at night and you couldn't think straight, and then you went to sleep and the next morning the answer just came to you? That happens a lot, right? That's not magic. That's just your brain doing some night work for you. So in English, when something like this happens, people often say, "Let me sleep on it." It means you don't decide right now. You wait until tomorrow. For example, if your friend asks you, "Do you want to take this job or not?" and you are not sure, you can say, "I don't know yet. Let me sleep on it." Simple, right? You will hear native speakers say this all the time. And here is something important. Coffee can wake you up, but coffee cannot replace sleep. Energy drinks cannot replace sleep. Listening to motivation videos cannot replace sleep. None of that really fixes a tired brain. It just kind of hides the problem for a little while. Now, let's talk about learning, because this is super important, especially for you, since you are learning English right now. A lot of people think, if I stay awake all night and study more, I will learn more. No sleep, just study. But that's actually not how it works at all. Here is the real truth. Learning doesn't stop when you close your book. It actually keeps going while you are sleeping. Let's say tonight you'll learn 5 new English words. You practice them, you say them out loud, you write them down. At first, that information is just floating around in your head, kind of loose. But while you sleep, your brain takes that information and saves it properly, like saving a file on your computer so it doesn't disappear. So, if you don't sleep enough, a lot of what you learned just doesn't get saved well. That's why students who stay up all night before an exam often forget everything in the exam room. It's not that they didn't study. It's that they didn't sleep. In English, we have a nice phrase for this. When something doesn't stay in your memory, people say, "It went in one ear and out the other." For example, I told him 3 times, but it went in one ear and out the other. Funny way to say it, right? But very common. So next time you study English, or anything really, and you think, let me just stay up 2 more hours, remember this. Sleep is not stopping your learning. Sleep is part of your learning. Okay, let's talk about feelings now. Have you ever noticed that when you are tired, everything feels worse? Like your friend says one small annoying thing, and on a normal day you would just laugh it off. But on a tired day, suddenly it feels like a big deal. You get angry over small things. Even little noises start to bother you. This happens to all of us. When you sleep well, your brain handles stress so much better. You stay calm. You think clearly. You can say to yourself, okay, no big deal. Let's solve this. But when you don't sleep enough, your brain becomes more sensitive. Small problems start to feel huge. There is a phrase for this too. When someone is in a bad mood for no clear reason, especially in the morning, people say, he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. So if your friend seems angry for no reason, you can joke and say, wow, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, huh? So if you have been trying really hard to be more patient, more calm, more positive, but it's just not working, maybe the problem is not your mindset at all. Maybe the real problem is your sleep. Now, let's talk about your body for a minute. Think about someone who goes to the gym and does a really hard workout. After that, their muscles feel sore, tired, used up. Now, when does the body actually fix those muscles and make them stronger? Not during the workout, mostly during sleep. While you are sleeping, your body is busy working. It's repairing your muscles. It's balancing your hormones. It's recharging your energy. It's making your immune system stronger. It's like a night team, quietly working while everyone else thinks nothing is happening. If that night team never gets to do their job because you are not sleeping enough, things slowly start to break down. You feel tired all the time. You get sick more often. You lose motivation. And a lot of people, when this happens, think, I need more willpower or I need more discipline. But really, what they need is more rest. When someone has no energy left, like a car that's almost out of gas, in English we say, I'm running on fumes. For example, don't ask me to do anything else today. I am running on fumes. Easy to remember, right? Cars and people. Kind of the same in this case. Let's talk about success now, because a lot of people get this one wrong. There is this idea that successful people don't sleep much. That if you want to win in life, you have to stay up late, work nonstop, push, push, push. But let's look at this in a simple way. Imagine two people doing the same job. One of them sleeps about 7 or 8 hours every night. The other one is always staying up late, sleeping very little, going hard nonstop. At first, the second person might look more productive. They are awake more hours after all. But after a few weeks, something changes. Their focus gets worse. They start making more mistakes. Their memory becomes weaker. Meanwhile, the person who sleeps well stays sharp. They make better decisions. They solve problems faster. When someone is doing way too much, working all day and all night, with no rest at all, in English we say they are burning the candle at both ends. For example, she's been burning the candle at both ends, working all day and studying all night. No wonder she's exhausted. So success is not just about doing more hours. It's about doing better work in those hours. And a tired brain just makes worse choices every single time. Here's another fun one. Have you ever gone through a few really bad nights of sleep, and then suddenly you get sick, like out of nowhere? That's not really random. Sleep is one of the biggest things that keeps your immune system strong. Think of your immune system like a security team that protects your body all day and all night. When you sleep well, that team is rested, alert, doing its job properly. When you don't sleep enough, that team gets tired too, and things start slipping through. When you feel like you might be getting sick, but not fully sick yet, people say, I think I'm fighting something off. For example, I'm not feeling 100%. I think I'm fighting something off, probably from not sleeping much this week. And the best part is, this kind of protection, this kind of medicine, is completely free. No gym, no pills, no apps, just go to bed. Now let's talk about that foggy feeling. You know when you are driving and suddenly there's heavy fog? The road is still there. Your destination hasn't moved, but everything is harder to see. You drive slower. You make more mistakes. You feel less confident. That's what poor sleep does to your brain. Your goals are still there. Your skills are still there. But there's this fog over everything, and even simple tasks start to feel really hard. A lot of people blame themselves in this situation. They think, why can't I focus? Maybe I need a new routine. Maybe I need a better app. Maybe I'm just lazy. But honestly, sometimes the answer is much simpler than that. When your brain is too tired to think clearly anymore, people say, my brain is fried. For example, I can't read one more email today. My brain is completely fried. Now here's something interesting. It's not just about how long you sleep. It's also about how well you sleep. You can spend 8 hours in bed, but if you keep waking up, if you're checking your phone every hour, if your sleep is light and broken, you are not really getting the deep rest your body needs. Deep sleep is where the real repair work happens. That's why sometimes people say, I slept for 8 hours. Why do I still feel so tired? The answer is, sleeping more hours doesn't always mean sleeping better. When you feel like you're walking around, but your brain isn't really working, like you're half asleep, people say, I feel like a zombie. For example, don't talk to me before my coffee. I'm a total zombie in the mornings. So what messes up deep sleep? Looking at your phone right before bed, bright lights, stress, going to bed at a different time every night. All of this keeps your brain a little too awake, even when your body is lying down trying to rest. Let's get a bit practical now. A lot of people want better sleep, but they never really build a routine for it. One night, they sleep at 10. Next night, midnight. The night after that, 2 inches the morning because of just one more episode. And then they wonder why they feel terrible all the time. Your body really loves routine. It has its own internal clock, and the more steady your schedule is, the better that clock works for you. You fall asleep easier. You sleep deeper. Waking up doesn't feel so painful. And here's the key part. Your sleep quality actually starts way before you even lie down. It starts in those last couple of hours before bed. Think about 2 different nights. In the first one, someone is lying in bed, scrolling on their phone, jumping from video to video, reading stressful news, replying to messages. Their brain is wide awake even though their body is in bed. In the second one, someone turns off bright lights, puts the phone away, maybe reads a little, just lets their mind slow down a bit. Which one do you think falls asleep faster? In English, we call this winding down. It just means relaxing and slowing down before something, especially before sleep. For example, I usually wind down by listening to music or reading before bed. You don't need some crazy complicated routine. Same bedtime, same wake-up time, a cooler room, less screen time before bed, less stress in that last hour. That's pretty much it. Small things. done every night, can change a lot over time. So here we are, almost at the end. Whenever people talk about improving their life, everyone talks about motivation, discipline, hustle, working hard. All good things, sure. But there's one thing quietly supporting all of that, and people barely talk about it. Sleep. It helps your brain learn better. It helps your body heal. It keeps your emotions steady. It makes your immune system stronger. It helps you focus better. And honestly, it helps shape who you become tomorrow. A lot of people think sleep is stealing their time, like it's something taking time away from their goals. But actually, it's the opposite. Sleep is what makes those goals possible in the first place. When someone takes time to rest and get their energy back, in English, we say they are going to recharge their batteries. For example, I'm taking the weekend off to recharge my batteries before next week starts. So tonight, here's a small thing for you to try. Yes, even though this is an English lesson, this has nothing to do with grammar. Just go to bed a little earlier tonight. Put your phone down a little sooner than usual. Give your brain and your body a real chance to rest properly. All right, that's it for today. I hope you picked up a few new phrases along the way. Try saying one of them out loud today, even if it's just to yourself. If you liked this one, share it with a friend who really needs a good night's sleep. You know who they are. And tonight, get some real rest, okay? Sleep well, and I'll talk to you again soon.